Hey YouTube, this is your homeboy Seth McDonald speaking. I am live with you right now. Sorry about that from earlier. I had some connection problems or something like that. I had to figure out what was wrong with it and everything else. But like I said, um, I pretty much um, if you're wanting to look me up in Iberia, Missouri, around in that area, and you're wanting to stay in shape and stuff like that, go to Instagram, message me, and if you're really serious, and if you want to get in shape, back into shape, message me on Instagram, Seth McDonald 04. Um, I'll message you right back. Um, But like I said, just think of it is, if you're gonna train with me, don't say you're gonna train and then later on down the week, if I show up to that destination you tell me to be at, and I pretty much told myself that if I ever get a training partner and they say, well, you're gonna be there, um, just excuse me. If you're gonna be there, you better be there. Because to me, I don't tolerate that. If I have to meet somebody or wherever, and you wait for them to message you, you wait for them to call you, and you made all those plans. You throughout the day, but you canceled them because you had a client you want to go train. Then they cancel on you because you want to go meet them so many miles away, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, what the fuck, man? I turned around and decided, you know what? If a person wants my advice on to get into shape, just message me. I'll try to help them out. Just message me on Instagram. I am training a person online as I speak right now from my job. And he's always asking me every single day at work, what else can I do into my fitness training? I told myself, one, go for walks. I said, that's the next step to staying in shape. Go for walks, too. Um, do jumping jacks, do squats, do push-ups, do sit-ups, the basic routine. I said, it don't have to be nothing fancy. It's something plain and simple. Now, when you get more advanced, I told him, I said, once you get the hang of the groove on doing it, I told him, I said, I'll be telling you to do a little something more different, something a little bit more advanced. But that's once you get down with the basics. The basics fundamental. The basic fundamental is when you need to start on something. Because to me, when you're starting on something and you're thinking to yourself, I need to start somewhere with my fitness. I need to start somewhere with my fitness. I need to start somewhere where it needs to be at in life. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm really going nowhere, and I want to look good, I want to feel good. Only thing I can say is about that type of lifestyle, um, is that it puts you in a good mind frame. It puts you in a good mind frame when you work out. You don't even care about if you work out any time of the day. I mean, you can work out in the mornings, you can work out in the afternoons, you can work out in the evenings, which suits you. You can even work out real late at night when you can't even really sleep. Whatever works for you, and get that money in and everything, as some people call it. They call it get that money in. But 9 out of 10, to me, you gotta be serious if you want to train. You gotta be serious if you want to go all out into your training. Now, if you're just wanting to slim down, it's about your diet pretty much. Me, I eat anything I want. I don't really have a diet. I don't really care if I do have a diet. Um, Because I know no matter what I do on my diet, it's never going to change on how my body looks. Because I've tried every diet out there possible, and I stayed with it for a full year, more than a full year, and nothing seems to work on it. And I did every exercise out there and everything, and I just couldn't do it. Man, it just wouldn't lose. My gut wouldn't lose or anything. And I thought, well, I thought it's a time, maybe just go back on my normal diet that I've been doing, been eating, going back to my normal foods that I eat, and just watch on how much I eat of it. And that's the thing. Most people, they say, oh, you need to go on a clean diet, when you exercise. That's bull. That is so bull. It's like, I don't care who you are. Some of these bodybuilders, like The Rock, he eats everything. I mean, he eats like a whole freaking meal of everything. Different types of meats, different types of vegetables, different types of protein and stuff like that. And it's just like, and it's like he has a whole big table in front of him that's suited for like 30 people. And I'm like, dang, you don't get all. I'm thinking to myself, he's gonna get all that. To me, now if you're a superstar athlete, yeah, you can eat big all you want. You can eat that way all the time. But a normal person in real life, if they see their idol that they look up to, uh, as a motivation to get fit, then an average person can't really eat that much. I don't care who you are, unless you starve yourself all day, don't have anything hardly to eat, and then you go to the store, buy your food, then you just pig out on everything. It's just, I don't know how people do that. I just don't. And what I hate is another thing is that most um, is that I found out about somebody that I know of, and basically, to me, I heard that somebody said something about somebody, that I know of, and they said that, oh, this guy, works for his money and all that, but yeah, he moaches off somebody else. And to me, I don't buy that. I don't buy that one bit. Yet you have a job, yet you make money yourself. Why you need to borrow somebody else's money to buy the things you need? Or why you need to tell that person to, hey, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? And when they have a job, most of the time, most people need more. Yeah, they might have kids and all, and they run out of money. And manage your money a little bit. Manage your money. Don't give in to your kids, at all times. Yeah, you can, support them. You can give them your love and all that and feed them. give them clothes that they need, but like toys and shit, and a lot of toys and stuff. Yeah, they can have some amusement and stuff like that, but 9 out of 10, when they grow up, when they get to a certain age, they ain't gonna be into that anymore. When they get into a certain age, they ain't gonna be into action figures. They ain't gonna be into models, to super glue together and shit paint. They ain't gonna be into Legos anymore or something like that you get them. And, they're gonna like get into other things like electronics more than anything. And they're gonna be like lazy and stuff like that. Kids nowadays, they don't even need none of that. What they need is a clash course on how to live in the real world and let them go out and make money on their own. That way, they get to see, to provide the things that they need for themselves instead of having their parents do it for them. Me, even though I live with my grandparents right now, I pay for everything that I bought for myself. I pay for my own bed. I pay for my own TV. I pay for my Xbox 3, Xbox One. I pay for all my movies in my room that I watch. I paid for my webcam, my computer. I actually bought 2 computers that I paid for. One crashed on me, so I had to get me another one. But I bought both of them. And I bought both of my cars. I bought my Pontiac GT that I used to have. And then I turned around and bought my Chevy Equinox. But I used my Pontiac GT that I bought and traded it in for the Chevy Equinox. So priorities, I've always got my priorities first. I make sure my bills are paid. That's one thing. Bills must be paid. Bills have to be paid. Period. Otherwise, if you don't pay bills, you're gonna end up getting your credit ruined. My credit, I signed up on some things with my real father, which I should have never done, which he made me do. And same with my stepfather. They both made me do, saying, well, if you want to live with us, you got to do this. And for us, I said, well, all you guys are doing is going to be ruining my credit. My credit's already shot anyway. But now, since I'm paying bills on time and everything, and now I'm starting to basically get my credit a little bit back up there, and starting to get things a little bit paid off, and getting back on my feet a little bit, and it's feeling good. It makes you feel good once you know you got your priorities. It makes you know you got your priorities straight and everything else and all that. And I basically um, decided to let you know that I'm going to be doing my training a little different here and there. I still have videos that need to be uploaded to YouTube right now. I just haven't gotten them out of my camera and stuff like that, out of my room to put them onto my computer. But I probably have about like 4 videos ahead of time. But I've been trying to think of new ways of doing some training and stuff. And I've been trying to think of different ways of approach on training. And as of right now, I am writing a book. I'm trying to make my own style up in the martial arts. It is very, very, very hard with all the stuff that I do know, and I'm trying to do it where um, I'm trying to do it like the old-fashioned way: get a pen and paper, just write everything down that comes to mind, and just jot it down. And then if I need to, I can always, when I go to type it up and everything, get it, to a publisher and everything, and then I can turn around and publish the book later on down the road. And I do have a cousin that does publish books. She does know a book salesperson that can publish books for you, and you can sell them, at a invention of your own or whatever. And that's going to be later on down the road. I've already got maybe a page and almost 2 pages down on it. It's just taking some time, and that's another learning process on my part because I've never written a book before. So that's a new thing on me. Basically, I might, do like in a philosophy way of form of a book for martial artists. How I how I do it into my training regimen, and how I could take everything that I've learned into one and put it all together. Basically, with the abilities that I have as a person, even though I do have club feet, I do have scoliosis problems with, when I was real little. I had 2 back operations. But I do train really, really hard. I don't never give up on what I do in life. I go with it head on. And that's the thing. And most people anymore, they tendency to, when they get that stage, they tendency to not do anything with their lives, tendency to just go to alcohol and drugs. And because they think their life is no good because of all the problems they have. They think they ain't better than anybody because of all the problems of lives they have, the disabilities that they haven't undergone. It don't matter if you are handicapped. It don't matter. I don't even really like to call myself handicapped, but most people call me handicapped anyway, just on how I am. Because of all the surgeries I've had. And I just told myself, nobody's handicapped. Nobody's handicapped. Nobody's handicapped at all. It's on the mind. If you let a person think that you're handicapped, if you let a person think that, you're weak because you have all those problems with you, and prove them wrong that you're weak, not weak. Prove them wrong that you can do it. Prove them wrong, you can change your life around if you want it bad enough. Change your life around if you want it bad enough. Because I did. And it's going good for me. From 3 years ago, yeah, it was shitty. There was a few times in my life I was heading nowhere 3 years ago. But I put it up with it for 6 years earlier than that on the 3 years that I was living in 3 years ago. Was it hell there? Yes, it was. But I got out of hell and came back. So there's always an easy way out of things. You just gotta want it. You gotta want it for yourself to make a change, to better yourself every day of your life. That's right. Even if you did start doing drugs or whatever, and you have a hard time getting off of it, and you say, I want to make that change. You gotta want it. It's kind of like with smoking cigarettes. You've been smoking all your life, but yet you say you're trying to quit. just quit. Just slow down some on 'em if you have to. Slow down to 2 a day. And then eventually go to 1 a day. And then eventually don't even bother buying a pack anymore. Don't be bothering, leave your pack of cigarettes at home and then realize, hey, I can go without this. And wait till you get home and smoke 1 cigarette, but don't smoke like a whole pack. But you can go home and smoke like 1 cigarette and call it good. If you're still trying to quit or whatever. But just take it slow. That's the first step. Then once you take it slow, then you realize, hey, I don't really need these. No, this isn't meant for me. Then you just throw the pack away. Or you just keep them there just in case you need them. Later on, that's what one of my buddies told me at my job. They told me that if I ever got pissed off, bad enough, or whatever, real mad, he said, and I know you quit smoking and everything, and he says, one of these days you're going to end up being pissed off, and so pissed off you ain't knowing what to think. You're going to be wishing you had a cigarette. And he was right. And because I was going through a week without smoking on the first time I quit smoking. And what I did was I was at work. I didn't have no cigarettes on me. And I was having a real bad day. And I knew everybody had cigarettes on. And I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this without going out for a cigarette. Then that one person pissed me off. I turned around and said, okay, no more. I can't do this. And so I told him, I said, hey, I asked him really nice, can I have 1 cigarette, please? I said, I'll pay you back with something else. And so they gave me 2 because they know how I am. They know I like to smoke. So they gave me 2, so I smoked 2. And I turned around and my 2 cigarettes on break. And it didn't even really do me. I mean, I was still pissed off, but it calmed my nerves down a little bit. And the dude was somewhat right, but after that long not smoking a cigarette, it just didn't do me. And that's the thing. When you're wanting to get into shit, you gotta, put your mind into what you want to do. And I just told myself, just, if you want to better yourself, you gotta pick, either smoking or the staying in shape. And I told myself I would have preferred to staying in shape more than anything, and told myself from there. And I basically decided, if you can't get into shape when you're smoking because you get all winded, and when you do things, you don't last long. When you do things, because when you smoke, I don't care what people say. There's people out there in the fitness world today. They just weightlift and they go out after they have their weightlifting session, and they'll go out and smoke a cigarette. And I'm like, and today Arnold Schwarzenegger still to this day smokes a cigar and I want someone. And to me, that's not being in shape. Now, you don't want to, cut loose a little bit, and not being all serious, then yeah, I don't care. Now, if you really want to be serious and, like Sylvester Stallone does, and how he does it, then I wouldn't, I wouldn't do it. But that's all movies actors and stuff. But I'm talking about us. I'm talking about what how we would handle it. You know, it's okay to cut loose once in a while. I do, but I don't make it a habit. I don't make it a habit. I don't make it a habit because it's not a thing for me. That's right. It's not a thing for me. I don't make it a habit because I don't want it to be a habit. Now this is a habit. So this is a habit. The worst. This is the worst, I think, of all drugs there is soda. Why? Because it's caffeine. Caffeine was the number one drug. Caffeine is the hardest number one drug out there to quit. Because people think, oh, they gotta have their sugar high. People gotta think that, they can't quit the sodas because they tendency to get headaches from quitting and stuff like that and all that. And yeah, they do. But that's just the side effects that's coming from the caffeine telling you, hey, you want more of it. But me, I have one soda a day. I'm coming back myself, but I still have one soda a day, and I'm good. And eventually, I'm trying to quit. I'm really, really, really trying to quit drinking soda because I know it's bad for you. And no, I'm trying to change my ways of approaching things into eating and to maybe eating, drinking sodas and all. It's just I've been drinking soda all my life, and it just don't really do me anymore. And it's just like, I mean, your body gets so used to it and everything. And I just learned, I can do without soda all day, if I really want it. But I at least have one, to get my cravings out of the way. That way, throughout the rest of the day, I won't have another. So, yeah, it's just on how much you do of it. That's the thing. It's just on how much you do of it and everything else. And yeah, it's just on how much you do. And, more you do of things, the more, like, let's say if you eat unhealthy, you eat a lot of junk food all the time, and you keep eating it, and you're trying to stay in shape, you eat what you eat. And that's what I've always been told. You eat what you eat. Now, if you start eating a little bit more healthier, you'd probably end up losing weight. And which my body is different. My body reacts differently. Because if you end up losing weight and stuff like that, you tend to see to not act normal around other people, and you know that you shouldn't be really losing all this weight. Stay at a minimum where you want to be at and stay there. And me, I'm trying to cut back. The reason why is because um, just in case, like, let's say if due to another pandemic episode or whatever, and they decide to close all stores down and limiting on things, and you can't buy a whole lot, and again or whatever, some shit. I'm trying to cut back on the soda. Is that I'm trying to quit it? It's because Just go to water instead because it's more healthier, and plus you could live longer and stuff too. Because your body tells you, hey, you need to stay hydrated. You need to stay, you know, keep moving and everything else. Because without water, you can't live, and your kidneys don't work as well when you end up basically not having any water in your system out of your life whatsoever. And there was this chick I knew at my job. Basically, that's all she ever drank was soda. Soda, energy drinks, and everything else. And I asked her, I said, do you drink any water? Just a little bit of water? She's like, sometimes, it's not all the time. And I said, well, I said, I'm not judging. And I said, but I've heard that if you drink too much of it, it shuts your kidneys down. And she's like, yeah, I know. She's like, the Red Bull, she says, it's pretty bad for you. It's more worse than soda. But, I like to have my Red Bull. And I said, that's my kicks. And I told her, I said, well, you can quit the Red Bull if you want to, but you still have your soda, but it just won't be as hard on you on the Red Bull. Because if you do the Red Bull quitting thing, your kidneys be thanking you, your heart would be thanking you, and everything else. I said that Red Bull stuff, it's bad for you. I mean, I've heard people die from it. I mean, I've heard people, had a heart attack from it and stuff from doing stupid shit by going out for a jog while taking a Red Bull and coming back and later on after calming down from the jog, their heart explodes on. And to me, that's sad because they probably drank too much of it. So I'm not judging people, that's their life. But if they want to drink away on that shit, because all you're drinking anyway, when it comes to Monster and Red Bull, all you're drinking is cow sperm. That's right. You're drinking cow sperm when it comes to Red Bull. And Red Bull and Monster Energy drink. Because that's all it is. All it is cow sperm. Because that's what the ingredients, because somebody posted it on the internet a long while back on YouTube, made a live video about it. And I don't know where the live video is. Probably got to take it down from the company that he worked after he got fired. But he ended up saying that Red Bull and Monster are made from cow sperm. So basically, you're drinking cow sperm. And that's kind of sad to say is that just lay off the cow. I don't really know how you would say that, since Monster and Red Bull are almost the same company. They do the same brandings. They do the same energy drinks, different titles on them. But it's just most energy drinks are made from cow sperm. Now the pre-workouts, I don't know what they are made out of. Have tried them. I still take some pre-workout supplements, just in case if I am really, really tired, and I just don't have the energy to do it, and I want to do it, and I want to do my workout, and I want to get it done. I do take pre-workout. This is the one I do take. I will show it to you. Just give me a minute. This is the one I've been taking now. This is the kind I've been taking now. E EVL BCAA energy, 5 milligrams, 5 grams of premium BCAAs, energy, endurance, recovery support, and mental focus. Use anytime, gluten free. It has vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. Lucian and Tontantize 2,500 milligrams. L-isolate leucines 1,500 milligrams. L-Valine 1,250 milligrams. Bella-Alina 500 milligrams. Lenin 500 milligrams. Taurine 500 milligrams. Natural Energizers 110 milligrams. And this is the one I've been taking right now as of the speak into my training regimen. It's the Blue Raz. All the other pre-workouts, like pre-workout explosions, Dr. Joe Kill, these kind of pre-workouts, they tend to make me cough a lot. They tend to be a little bit more chalky than norm, and I don't really like that chalky crap down on my chest and everything because I tend to cough a lot. After having that chalky taste into me, and it's just like I just don't like the taste of it due to it to being chalky and everything. But the other one is more smooth for me. It's not as rough. I don't cough as much, and I realize that the others they made me cough a lot. Now that stuff there that I showed you, the blue container, is more easier on the throat. Plus, it gives me a little bit more energy than anything. And when I'm like, let's say if I'm stayed up real late and I really don't have the energy and to do hardly anything the next day, that's what I usually do. I'll get a protein, a pre-workout in me. I'll get a pre-workout. I'll take a little bit of that, but I don't do it all the time. But I just do it when I feel tired. If I'm really exhausted and I need something to help recovery, I usually use it, to help recovery really fast. Have I ever used it before? No, but I've heard a lot of other people using it in their workouts. All it is basically an energy drink formed in water, pretty much. You can mix it into any other drink. I don't know about soda. I haven't tried it mixing it with soda yet. Probably a little too much caffeine to mix it in with soda, but I heard people mix it in with Red Bull and Monster, which I think is a little weird on that because they're both energy drinks, and basically all you're doing is getting amped up. Basically, that blue container basically is the main thing I do use. Nowadays, professional boxers they use it. They use that stuff. Most people say they don't, but 9 out of 10 they usually do. And because how else will they be able to stay at it? How else will they be able to stay with it? Into their training. And And if you say you don't use any type of supplement in your training, you're lying. It could be either pill form or whatever. You're still taking a supplement. That's all there is to it. If you're taking a pill form, you're still taking a supplement for your workouts, no matter what. But if you're doing the pre-workouts and stuff, all you're doing is doing a mixed drink. And to me, most people say pre-workouts are fake. That's how you get the fake muscles. You didn't really work for it. It helped you build them and everything. To me, do whatever works for you. That's how I did it. I do whatever works for me. I wasn't really gaining muscle when I was doing the old weight as my regimen training, and I needed something to help bulk up a little bit, and I needed something, to get at least get me into really top physical shape, and that stuff there always done the trick for me when I needed it. But it's all in the mind. Most people say, "Oh, you take this, it'll get you buff, and it'll make you strong." It just all it does for me. Um, and this gives me that energy, the extra energy, and the extra amount of energy that I need to get my workout done. It don't it don't make me it don't make me big and buff, like the Hulk or whatever. It don't make me big and buff like the Hulk, but it or strong like the Man of Steel. It just helps me get energy. Plus, it helps me recover for the next day because I know most people don't like to take that shit because of the powdery stuff because they don't know what's in it. Me, I do research on things before I buy, and then that's how I learn on things. And they say that it's safe to take if you are into working out and stuff like that. If you're a newbie, and I will warn you, when you do take it, sometimes it does make your hand shake. Sometimes it does make your uh, arms itch or burn or something like that for no reason. It's just the side effects that it has with it sometimes. And there was some others that I've tried. It made it where my arms were tingling, and it made it where uh, my arms were numb. It made it where my arms were numb, and it made it where my I was just like so hyper and everything else. I couldn't sit still, and I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with me? And I thought maybe I took too much of it, and pretty much that's what I did. I took a little too much of it on the first try, and my body just wasn't used to it. So I dumped that shit out of my water, and I didn't know. I thought, I thought the shit was like a high energy drink. I'm like, dang, I'm like flying all over the place and everything. I mean, I thought it was the shit. And but I didn't like it on how it made my arms feel like it was on fire after a workout, and made it where my hands would shake a lot. And I just thought, you know, I just dropped the dose. I just dropped the dose of it. And I just drop one dose, to get used to it for a while. Then I'll up it every time. But I don't do so much of it where it's so hard on the body to handle it. I maybe do 2 scoops out of it, and I'm good on the 2 scoops. Most people put like three or 4 scoops just to get that good energy. And all you need is one scoop of it, and you're pretty much good, unless you hadn't had it. But to me, that's another thing I'm trying to cut back on is the pre-workout stuff. I don't really take it unless, like I said, I don't really take it unless if I'm really, really tired and I know I need to stay focused and I need to stay motivated to do things, and that's the only thing. Subscribe to my channel, people. Show them, share my videos to anybody out there. More subscribers I get, more videos I make. Eventually, I'll probably do some live videos on working out in the future, and I hope you all have a good evening or day or whatever on this beautiful Sunday. It is 11:44. I'm gonna grab me some lunch, and you'll probably see some more videos uploaded later on. And I will talk to y'all later. And peace out. God bless on this beautiful day. And Seth McDonald signing out. Hit the like, hit subscribe if you like this video. And the more people that subscribe to my channel, more videos I make. That's all there is to it.